Welcome back everybody, Matt the Man here, hope you're doing well. And this weekend we had a new Transformers movie come out. I am a huge fan of the Transformers property, franchise. It started out as a property of the toys for Hasbro. I used to play with the Transformer toys growing up. The original Transformers toys from the late 80s and early 90s. And I used to watch the animated show on TV when it was on. So I have a special place for the Transformers. And then in 2007 we got the Michael Bay first live-action Transformers movie with Shia LaBeouf, Megan Fox. And I love that film. I had the movie poster hanging in my college dorm from freshman year all the way to senior year. And wasn't mad to wake up every morning and see Megan Fox. Not mad at all. I think those Michael Bay movies in the live action franchises up and down. I love the first one, second one was a step down. I like Dark of the Moon. And then the Mark Wahlberg ones. And then we had Bumblebee come out with Haley Steinfeld. That was one of the best ones. And then last year we had The Rise of the Beast or whatever. I didn't like that one. I thought it was actually kind of boring and slow. But now we got a new one. Transformers 1. No, I guess you know what the sequel is going to be called. Transformers 2. You'll get an A for that one. I was a little skeptical, I'm not gonna lie. Not because I don't like animated movies, I do. I grew up watching all the Disney animated films and Pixar movies and whatnot. And stop motion films. But I was like, I didn't like the trailer didn't win me over. And I wasn't sure about the visual style of the animation. And once again, that can sometimes help a trailer, that can sometimes hurt a trailer. You know, sometimes you see a trailer and the movie looks great. And then you go see the movie and you're like, oh my god. They literally cut the best stuff in the movie and put it in a 2-minute trailer. But then you go see the actual feature film, like Napoleon, or some of those other Michael Bay Transformers movies, and you go, wow. That trailer editor, the guy who created the trailer, he should get an Academy Award. Because this movie's a piece of shit. And he made it look like an Oscar winner. Based on the trailer. So like I said, some trailers, and like this is one of those movies that the trailer for Transformers 1 didn't win me over. I went and saw the movie and I'm a Transformers fan. I do like animated films. And when the movie was getting a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes, I went, whoa, maybe this is more than meets the eye. Into it. Positives. This is a great story. I thought the story for this film was really well done. Especially for only about an hour and 40-minute movie. It told a complete beginning, middle, and end. You have character art, you have character motivations, complexities, even the overall story, like the themes that are going on here, I thought were really well done. I thought the character development, the dynamic especially, between obviously Optimus Prime, but in the movie it's called Orion Pax, and then Megatron, or his real name D1. Their dynamic is so good. You see that brotherly friendship, and then you see how it slowly starts to turn, and Megatron becomes what we know him as the villain in the Transformers lore. It reminded me a lot of, X-Men First Class with Charles Xavier and Eric Fleischer becoming friends and then becoming enemies throughout the movie, you start to see that a little bit. Until finally in that third act, everything finally comes to a head. It also reminded me on the show Smallville, where you had Clark Kent and Lex Luthor becoming buddies. And then as that series went along, they started to grow more and more apart. And then obviously, like in the Superman lore, Superman and Lex Luthor are, you know, their worst enemies, if you will. Superman's greatest foe is Lex Luthor, just like Batman's greatest foe is Joker. And I also like that dynamic. Like, I mean, these characters, friends, people become best friends, and then at some point they just stop. They become villains, evil, enemies, if you will. And it's always an interesting dynamic to me. You know, I mean, that happens. You have friends that you become best friends with, and then at some point, maybe something happens or whatever, and you guys just kind of go your own ways. So I always like that because it's relatable. The animation style really did work for me once you actually see the movie and watch it on a big screen. It is visually stunning. I thought it was like an animation that we haven't seen before, and I like that too. At first I thought it was going to be more like the Spider-Verse movies, but it's not. And I really enjoy the visual style for this animated film. The action, there's a lot of action scenes in this movie, obviously, and I thought the action looked really well. This movie also has a lot of humor, mainly from Bumblebee, the yellow Transformer. And I like how it's interesting watching the Bumblebee character. Obviously, this is kind of like a separate from the Michael Bay movies. But it's interesting how we see this Bumblebee character being like this protector and sympathetic character in the Michael Bay movies with Shia LaBeouf. And then with Haley Steinfeld, he's like this lost puppy. The puppy that lost his way. Whoa, Miss Libby. That dog. You're the owner. You got a responsibility. You go out there and you find that fucking dog. Billy Madison, everybody. Billy Madison. And then in that one, like I said, he's kind of like this lost fish out of water in Bumblebee movie. Because this is the first time he's come to Earth. And then in this one, Bumblebee provides most of the humor in the movie. It is hilarious. The character is so funny. And it's voiced by Keegan-Michael Key, which made it even funnier when I realized that. Speaking of the voice cast, a lot of people were worried when they said that Chris Hemsworth is going to be the voice of Optimus Prime. They're like, why don't we get Peter Cullen to come back? The original voice of Optimus Prime in the animated film, in the animated TV show, in the Michael Bay films. Why not? And they, hey, this is an animated film. We're doing something different. This is not part of the Michael Bay stuff. And I thought Chris Hemsworth did an excellent job. There were even times where I didn't even realize it was Chris Hemsworth's voice. Because obviously with sound mixing and you can, play around with that anyway in the editing room. But it did not distract me from going, oh, I just hear Chris Hemsworth. Okay, Thor is talking to me. Then we also have other actors like Brian Tyree Henry, who did the voice of Megatron, who I also thought did an excellent job. John Hamm, the voice of Sentinel Prime, he was really good. Steve Buscemi, yes, that Steve Buscemi, voice of Starscream, and even Lawrence Fishburne plays one of the older Transformers. And then Scarlett Johansson is the female Transformer in this movie. All the voice cast does an excellent job. Amazing For an hour and 40-minute movie, it flies by. I never felt bored. I never felt like, okay, this scene is dragging, they need to move on. For an hour 40 tight action comedy, character development, character dynamic between Optimus Prime and Megatron, and then the overall story, and even the soundtrack and the score were really, really good. I like that I was pleasantly surprised by this Transformers 1. So I would easily give this movie a 4.8 out of 5. I really don't have any negative. Maybe they could have added one more scene to show another, a little bit more of a transformation from Megatron from being good to bad. But I think you got what he was going for. But I can see maybe they needed one or two more scenes. Maybe. But overall, to me, I thought they did a great job. I hope they make another Transformers movie like this. But let me know in the comments below, were you a fan of Transformers 1? Were you looking forward to this animated film? Are you more of a fan of the original animated film in the 80s? 86? Or are you a fan of the Michael Bay movies? Let me know in the comments below. Leave your comments, hit the like button, ring the bell for notifications, hit the subscribe button. Let me know. Was this more than meets the eye for you?